Well, good morning. It's time for another I'm too lazy to get out of bed workout. We'll do our basics that we always do. We'll do some planks, some push-ups, some wheels, aka back bends, and then we'll see what else there is to do. Today is the first day of the rest of our lives, so let's get moving. So let's do our planks first. I've got to get those out of the way because we've got to make sure we do our planks. Got to work on that core strength. Let's try today. Let's do the count to 10, do a push-up ones. These are a little bit more challenging. Now, remember, if you can't do as long as I do, feel free to modify it. If you could do longer than I could do, please feel free. I'll catch up eventually. Okay, so we're going to hold the push-up position first. And I think I'll count to 10 kind of slowly. I'm supposed to be holding it for 10 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we'll do a push up. And boy, this is hard today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and push up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and push up. Oh, getting bad form, sorry. 1, 2, well, let's say that was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and push up. And the whole idea here is that you're squeezing as hard as you can on those 10 that were in the plank position. And push up. Squeeze your butt and your stomach and your shoulders and your everything, and keep your head up and everything while you're in this plank position. And if you're not doing that, you're kind of defeating the purpose of holding the plank position. Okay, and push up. And this is going to be my last plank in the full plank position. And then I think I'm going to drop to my knees to do the rest of the push-ups. So here we go, push up. And this is a modified plank here. So if you're having a hard time doing the plank on your toes, you can do it here. I think it's push up. I think it's probably better to just do it on your toes and your elbows than rather your knees and your arms. But that's just me. I actually have no scientific proof for any of this. So, and we're just going to continue doing the push-ups. And I didn't count how many this was. Usually we do 10, and I'm guessing that was only about 7. And 8, 9, and 10. Woo! My arms are burning. Oh, so, all right, go down, stretch for just a second before we do our diamond push-ups. That's where you hold your hands like this and you kind of put it in front of your chest. Those are for your triceps, which are these muscles back in here to keep you from having those saggy, my exercise teacher used to call them lunch lady arms. So here we go. Let's do a couple of our tricep push-ups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. My hands were slipping. Okay, now we're going to do the pose. Child's pose, modified child's pose. I'm not sure if this is the official child's pose or just what I do, so I'm going to call it modified. I should look it up. Okay. So, hold this for a little bit. This is really I'm feeling this in my biceps and my shoulders. And then spread out. Now I still am on that small bed, so I can actually touch both sides, which makes it easy to know that I'm stretching the same amount on both sides. So if you're on a bigger bed, you're just going to have to guess or go to where you feel the stretch and then hold it. So this one I feel kind of under my arm as well as on the top. And then take this arm and go over the other arm and head down between your elbows. And this stretch I feel from my elbow all the way down to my rib cage. And we'll hold this one for a little while. Now I probably should hold my stretches longer than I do, but at least we're doing something. So this hand goes over top again, head down between your elbows. Woo! I'm feeling the stretch a lot more on my left side than I did on my right today. Wonder why that is. So here we go. Give those nice little stretches. Now we'll do the look-throughs. So go back to that modified child's pose, and I'll come towards you first. I usually go the other way first, I think. So you're going to put your hand out and look under your arm, and this is stretching out, I believe, your deltoids in your back. So that's from right now, I'm feeling it from my spine until my shoulder on this arm, the one that's on the bottom. The top arm, I'm not really feeling that much stretch in. And then we're gonna go to the other side. Do the same thing. So I'm again feeling the stretch on the shoulder that's touching the bed. Okay, so there we go. That was our standard basic that we always do every day. So let's move on. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we'll do some of our normal stretching. We do these kind of every day too. So we'll do the cat-cow, we'll do a downward dog, and then we'll do some cobra. So the cat, you're going to pull up, and you're just your hands and your knees are right under their respective joints. So my hands are under my shoulders and my joints are under my knees are under my hips. And I'm stretching up, kind of imagining that there's a rope tied around the middle of my chest and I'm being pulled up and the rest of me is kind of hanging down from that. So the stretch should be in your neck as well as all along your spine. Really kind of tuck under as much as you can. I think about expanding the spaces in my spine. And then to do cow, you reverse it, push down, push down, push down, and chin up and press your spine down. And as always, disclaimer, only exercise to the point that you feel you can do it safely, and talk to your doctor before starting any exercise program. I am not a licensed physician or even a licensed exercise person. I'm just somebody that does my exercises and thought I would share them with you. So I have no authority. I did teach dance for many years. And we did a lot of stretching and stuff, but I have no credentials outside of my own saying and the fact I've taken lessons and exercise classes myself. So again, stretch, 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 stretch. And we'll do another cow. And then we're going to go into the downward dog. So to do the downward dog, you're going to tuck your toes under and keep your hands and your knees in basically the same position. But this time, instead of just doing the cat, we're going to push all the way up so that our bottom is facing the ceiling like this. And you really want to press down on your back a little bit to try to keep it as flat as possible while reaching those sit bones to the sky and relaxing down onto your heels. Eventually, you should be able to have your heels touch the ground. Because I'm cheating and I'm on a bed, my heels touch almost all the time because my feet squish into the bed. So it looks like my heels are touching, but they're maybe if I was on a solid surface, they wouldn't be. Your head should be down between your elbows, and so you're going for an inversion. And this is not only a really good stretch for your hamstrings and your legs in general, and a little bit for your back, but it's also good to get the gravity pulling on your body, your upper body a little bit different. So it gets the blood flowing a little different, takes the gravity off of your face and your skin pulling down all the time. Now it's going up. So I do this for that reason also. So we hold this for a while. We should probably hold it for a full 5 minutes, but I'm not going to do that. So now we're going to go down into my modified cobra. So you just drop down, reposition your toes, and go into the modified cobra. So this is basically the exercise that I learned in my physical therapy, not the cobra that I looked up online, which is why I call it modified. Now, to do this one, I'm going to slip my feet off the edge of the bed. Okay, we're going to do some of those back stretches. So our feet are off of the edge, and we're going to get kind of in the push-up position. And I clench each one of my butt cheeks independently just to add exercise because I can't be still. Multitasking. So every time I come down, I inch my hands just a little bit further forward, and this works a different vertebrae in my back. So this is a exercise I got from my physical therapist when I had hurt my back. So this is to keep your back nice and nimble and keep us from getting all hunched over. You've all seen the old folks, especially women, who are walking around and they're all hunched over and they can barely even look where they're going. So I don't want to be that person. So I'm going to just keep doing my little back exercises as long as I possibly can to keep the flexibility up. So for me, actually these littler ones are stretching really in that area where you see those women with the hunches. So this, even though it doesn't look like much, is actually kind of an important thing. So we'll go back up and we'll just do one set of walks through. So now we're moving our hands back every time we come down, and I'm still clenching each one of my butt cheeks and back up. And hopefully this music isn't too distracting. We'll have to see. And come back up. And if there's any exercises you want to see me do, put them in the comments. I'll look them up and see if I can do them for you. And if there's anything you really like about my videos, please post it and make sure you hit the subscribe button. The more subscribers I have, the better. I get, YouTube rewards. Actually, you don't really get anything until you get lots of subscribers. So once I get lots of subscribers, then I'll be a real YouTuber. So come back down. There we go. So there we did our walk ups. Okay, let's change muscle groups again. So we're going to do a little bit of back exercises. So this one we're going to do where you just lift your head, your shoulders, and your feet up off of the ground. Sometimes this is like a Superman, though maybe Superman has your hands all the way out. I don't have room to do that, so we're going to do them here. So go back down and come up. And this is kind of one of those old school exercises. There's some new saying that maybe this isn't the best exercise. I don't know, but we've been doing it for a long time. So go back down and come back up. Now everything, it seems, was once good for you is now bad for you, and then it's good for you again, like butter. And back down. Relax in between and come back up. Like when I was a kid, butter was so bad for you. Everybody should eat margarine, and now margarine is so bad for you and everybody should eat butter. So maybe this is one of those butter exercises. So come back up. But as long as you're not overexerting yourself and only doing it to your physical limits, it's probably going to be okay. And I only saw one thing that said not to do it, so. Another thing I actually learned in my physical therapy. So a physical therapist told me to do it in the last 10 years, so we'll consider it still okay to do. So just a few more of these and come down and come up. And I am actually also tightening my gluteus maximus, so it's probably good for that too. But I feel it mostly right in my lower back here. So after this, we're going to do a couple of cats or child's pose just to stretch it back out. We'll do one last one and up. Yeah, I don't work my back out very much. So let's go back into modified child pose and stretch that back out. Whew. I'm going to go back into the cat. So I've really felt that in my lower back a little bit. So if anything I do hurts, quit doing it. Don't hurt yourself over anything I'm doing. I'm just trying to get enough exercise to where my body will continue to be able to do stuff. Because there's stuff that I'm starting to have a hard time to be able to do. So there we go. All right, let's move on. Okay, we're going to try something else new with our little handy dandy timer. So we're going to do our downward dog, and we're actually going to hold it for a full minute. And then in between, there's going to be a 59-second interval, and it's going to tick it off. So maybe we'll do some leg lifts or something in that meantime. So we've got a 10-second delay, so let's get into our downward dog position. And let's hit the start button and see what happens. This is all new to me. Okay, so there we go. And it is now, okay, so there's our minute. It's starting right now. So the ticking is in between the minute of stretching. Okay, good to know. Okay, so we're holding our downward dog. So our our sit bones should be to the sky. Our ears should down be below our elbows. Our legs should be straightish, and the goal is to get your heels to touch the ground. Because I'm on a soft surface, my heels are already touching, but I think if I was on the floor, they wouldn't be touching. So we also do this to kind of invert our upper half so that the gravity is working on your body a little bit different than it does all day, every day. So apparently a minute is a very long time, which I knew that. Except when you're all right. And so there's our ticking. So let's do, there's this exercise, I call it the fire hydrant. And so you go like this, and up and down and up and down. And so we're going to do like 20 of these, or 20 seconds of these, I guess. Not really doing it on the second mark. And up and down and up and down and up and down. There we go. We're on the second mark now. Well, we'll do a full minute of it. What the heck? I don't know what stretch we're going to hold for a minute, though. It's in between. So let's do a minute of the cat-cow. So into the cow position. So pressing down and then coming up. I hope this music isn't too loud for you. I'm not particularly fond of this particular music. We might go back to our classical. So we're stretching, 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 pulling up like there's a string attached to the middle of your back, and pressing down into the cow. And hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. And then once the interval timer goes off, we'll do the other leg for a minute, doing those same fire hydrants. Go up into the cat position. Really stretch, 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 stretch. Get that spine all nice and lifted up. Okay, 1 minute. So up and down and up and down and up and down. There we go. We got a rhythm going. So we call these fire hydrants. They're for your outer thigh. Well, I call them fire hydrants. I think my exercise teacher used to call them fire hydrants too. So, because it reminds you of the dog in the park. So there we go. And the second leg is always harder for me because the leg I'm actually using to support gets a little fatigued too. So when it's time to use that leg, it's already a slight bit fatigued. So here we go. Almost up for a minute. Almost there. And our minute is up. Ooh. Now, what stretch should we do for this minute? Let's do some, they call them bird dogs. I learned this one from my physical therapist too. So you're going to extend one leg and one arm. And so this is also for your back. And come down. And arm and opposite leg. And come down. And arm and opposite leg. And come down. And arm and opposite leg. And come down. And arm. Woo! And opposite leg. And come down. And let's do some of those donkey kicks. So here, up and down and up and down. So we'll do a minute of these on each leg. with a minute of bird dogs in between. How's that? And up. And so we're trying to keep the leg real parallel, keep that 90-degree angle. I did these yesterday, so I'm already feeling this a bit. We'll see. A minute is a long time. This is only half. That's 20 seconds. We still got another 20 seconds to go. So here we go. And up and down and up and down and kick to the sky and to the sky. At least we get that minute in between that we're going to do the bird dogs. And here we are, we're doing bird dogs. So arm and leg, hold it. And come down. And opposite arm, opposite leg. And hold it. And come down. And opposite arm, opposite leg. Hold it. And come down. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Hold it. And come down. And we still got a few more of these to do. Oh, this is so much more regimented, having a timer. Goodness my. And we've got 10 more seconds before we're going to do that other leg for the kickbacks. I mean, the donkey kicks, whatever you want to call them. Okay, and get ready to do our donkey kicks. So here we are on the other leg. I think this is the other leg. So yeah, I think it is. Okay, and remember to keep that leg at the 90-degree angle. Just kick it up and kick it up and push that heels to the ceiling. Heel to the ceiling. And we're halfway there. And heel to the ceiling. And heel to the ceiling. And heel to the ceiling. And my the leg I'm supporting myself on is starting to burn a little bit. So heel to the ceiling. And we got 10 more seconds. Heel to the ceiling. And heel to the ceiling. Heel to the ceiling. And heel to the ceiling. And come down. Now, I'm going to go back to child's pose. Woo! Alright, so there's a little bit of child's pose. And then we're going to do a stretch. It's for that muscle we just worked. So you can tie up like a pretzel. So one leg goes underneath, the other leg goes up, and you're going to sit up straight. And you should feel it right here, which is the muscle we were just working doing those donkey kicks. So here we go. So kind of hug your knee to your chest. This is a new stretch for us. I don't think we've done this one before. But boy, it feels good after doing those donkey kicks. So here we are. I don't know whether, I think the timer is going to go one more time for, nope. We did our 5 minutes. Okay, let's do the other side. So leg goes under, top leg goes over. Pull it in as close as you can and hug and keep your chest upright. Oh, that feels so good. It hurts so good. So this is a wonderful stretch if you're doing gluteus maximus workouts or outer thigh. So this is for this region of your body. So always good to stretch those muscles out, keep our muscles all nice and supple. So let's go ahead and do some butterflies. And I'm going to be polite and do them to the side. So here we are. And I'll hold a butterfly for just a minute. Probably not a minute. My timer went off. I'm probably going to cheat. It's not quite a minute. So if you keep your back straight, I grab onto my toes. The goal is to get your knees on the ground. One of my girlfriends, man, she could just, one of my dance partners, she could just put her knees to the ground. It was very amazing to me. My knees have never gone all the way to the ground. So you just hold this position. So this is for the inner thigh stretch. So we were doing a little of the inner thigh work when we were doing the fire hydrants. So there we go. And again, if you keep your back straight, it gives a deeper stretch. So there you go. And you can also put some pressure on your knees if you feel like it. I don't know I don't like that position that much. I'd rather sit up straight and down to my toes. There you go. And let's move on to our next move. So anyhow, we're going to call it a day. Remember, today is the first day of the rest of your life, and make it magnificent. You choose your own attitude. No one else can make you feel sad or angry or even happy. Only you choose how you react to the external world. And believe it or not, if you are sad or angry, you are actually choosing to be sad or angry. So just try to grasp that and take control of your life. You're the only one that can. I wish I could go in there and just tweak and help you, but unfortunately, I'm on the other side of the lens, and even if I was there personally, I still couldn't get in your little mind and adjust your feelings. It's all hormonal sometimes too. It is a decision, but sometimes our hormones really are affecting us. So keep that in mind too. And if somebody cuts you off when you're driving, they're not doing it to make you mad. They're doing it because they're in a hurry, or they just plain didn't see you. They're not doing it to offend you. They're doing it because they're in their own little world, just as we all are. So, and also keep that in mind when you were driving, that, there's other people around you, and they're all trying to get to their places too. And maybe not everybody is paying as close attention as they should. So make sure you're paying attention. So make your bed every day so you have an accomplishment checked off, so that you can feel like you at least did something today. I read a book, and that was actually, the title was Make Your Bed, I think was the title. And it was about doing just little incremental wins. So there you go. Make sure you subscribe and hit the like button, and write me a comment. Let me know what you think of these things. This is a new series, so we're just trying it out. It hasn't even gone live yet. These are the pre-launch videos. So there you go. Have a great day. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Remember, the past is history, the future is a mystery, and all you have is the present, and it is a gift. So there you go. There's our little philosophy for the day. And remember to keep on smiling and look up. All right, and I am signing off.